Hey guys, what's going on? So, I Care a Lot is a Netflix movie that just came out. It stars Rosamund Pike as Marla, who is a quote unquote legal guardian for the elderly. So, basically, with the help of a doctor, she gets her to sign that the patient is no longer capable to live by herself. That's where Marla comes in as a legal guardian and takes away all their assets. She puts them in a home, which is top of the line, but she's in cahoots with the owner of the home. So basically, it's a kidnapping, so to speak, and then pump the elderly with pills, sedatives, so there's no way out, and they don't let anybody in. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit, man. I can see how some people don't like it. Marla is a despicable person whose only real motive of everything is greed. And while her latest catch, Jane Peterson, is a really lovable old lady, Marla does some horrible things to her. Some horrible things. I enjoyed the movie. It has some issues, but let's talk about the good. The music is fantastic. I love the music. The story was pretty good, although halfway through they make some decisions that really don't mash well together with the type of story we're listening to. Something happens to a character, and that character should have died. It really should have died, or should have had more damage done to her rather than what ended up happening. I don't want to spoil anything, so it would have made more sense for the ending. It would have made more sense for where the story was going if that step was taken, because Marla is despicable. Okay, then you have Peter Dinklage's character, who's also a despicable man, but you kind of side more with him because he's just trying to get his mom out of this home. But in the end, when you have an antagonist as Marla, even though you kind of like enjoy seeing how she gets out of certain situations, there really was never sort of a reckoning for her, It's hard for me to explain without spoilers, so I don't want to go there. But I Care a Lot is a long movie, like 2 hours and 20 minutes. But it didn't felt that long to me. It could have been better in certain aspects. There are certain things that I didn't enjoy. I don't know if it was the director's choice, but I have watched movies, since I have memories since the late 90s, and man, it's just so weird to see her with a vape, and it's just weird. I don't know. I didn't feel the need, like this first scene when she smokes the vape and Frankie's with her. It's just weird because she smokes it and she looks at her like, just like, what the fuck? Just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, instead of having now cigarettes, we have vapes. I mean, like, what the fuck? I don't really care, but it was just weird, Another thing is, and give the movie a chance, because in the beginning, Marla comes out as extremely feminist, which isn't what the movie is about at all. But I know certain sensibilities take care of that. I don't really give a fuck. But there's this guy, and she calls her bitch, and then Marla is talking about men and how they have dicks, some weird shit that almost made me turn off the movie, because I don't give a fuck about this. But it goes on. The acting is great. Rosamund Pike is fan-fucking-tastic, man. And if you want to know how evil she is, watch Gone Girl. The other actors are okay. Frankie, honestly, I thought she was only there because she's hot. Really, because I didn't see her acting that well. Peter Dinklage has some great scenes, some great demeanor. I especially like the phrase when he said, "Get Dean, get my mother out of there. Do it quietly, do it legally, do it fast. Don't get me out of there. Don't get me involved or something like that. Just the way he delivers that is fan-fucking-tastic, man. However, it does strain credibility a little bit once you realize who Peter Dinklage really is. But at the same time, if you follow the legal logic of the movie, it makes sense. I mean, I enjoyed it. And I think anybody who loves to see a despicable character do despicable things, you know, you're gonna enjoy this movie. The ending was kind of fitting, you know. Again, you know what? Spoilers here. All right, spoilers. I'll give you a couple minutes. Actually, watch the movie and then come back here. Okay, so when the bad guys, okay, when Peter Dinklage says kill Marla and kill Frankie, they do kill the doctor. One guy kills the doctor, no problem. Looks like a suicide. But when they go for Frankie, two dudes, she survives. It's already straining credibility that Marla survived, but you know, for the movie purposes, it made sense. But Frankie should have died. Why? Frankie, yes, she is in love with Marla. She is also a piece of shit, but not as much as Marla. She wanted to get out of there, but Marla insisted to stay because a lot of money to be earned. Frankie should have died. She should have died because in the ending, Marla gets shot and she dies in Frankie's arms. Wouldn't it have been so much better that after the whole situation, Marla's with a different girl, a girl that really doesn't care about Marla but cares about her money, and Marla's last moments are in the arms of somebody who really doesn't care a lot? It would have been better. Frankie shouldn't have survived. And honestly, and I'm sorry if this hurt somebody's sensitivities, but two dudes going inside a house, knocking out a beautiful woman, and you tell me they don't rape her? Really? Let's just say that's for DNA reasons. Okay, they didn't cut her. They barely did anything to her face. Barely any damage was done to her. What? So you kill the doctor, no problem, but you're incapable to kill Frankie? What? It's just extremely weird, man. That took me out of the movie instantly. There needed to be a punishment. And because Marla is so conniving, just by being next to Marla, Frankie should have had a massive punishment for it. You know, it's the karma. You know, but it's a movie. Frankie survives, and then again, what's the point of having Frankie? None. Because if Frankie would have died, the offer Peter Dinklage makes to Marla would have been so much better. Another issue is the way Marla gets to Peter Dinklage at the end of the movie in a parking lot. I mean, really? One of the most powerful, dangerous guys has one bodyguard with him and a driver who are incapable of protecting him? What? Really? Because we're not talking, you know, Peter Dinklage is you know, I don't think he's that strong against a grown-up woman because he's, you know, pretty tiny. So shouldn't you have your more guards with you? Why are you so easily traceable? It just made no sense, man. They should have let, you know, I like the scene when she crashes in the car and she swims out of the deep of the water. I thought it was awesome, man. I thought it was a massive trip, man. I loved it. But again, you know, there's just no way. There's just no way. It just makes no sense. By the time it takes Marla to walk from where she was drowning to a gas station, to get a taxi there, to get the taxi all the way to Frankie's house, how much time has passed? There's just no way Frankie's still alive. But she is. We get that little type of movie shit. And then they kiss each other. They're happy. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? I do that to my wife. My wife would leave my ass. You know, she would be traumatized. Anyways, that's the only issue I have with the movie. I give it a 8.58 out of 10. Great stuff. It's on Netflix. If you haven't, watch it. It's great stuff, man. The music is fan-fucking-tastic. And Rosamund Pike is a lioness. Fantastic acting by her. Superb. If you care much about feminism and that shit. I'm mentioning it because it's basically women power here in this movie. I thought it was fantastic, but some people, they don't really like that anymore. Shut the fuck up. It's a great movie. Watch it. Enjoy it.